A child's long-lasting dream of seeing stars is about to be fulfilled, but for $20 million? While for now, it's reserved for the ultra-rich. How long would it take for an ordinary man to have a look at the universe from a spaceship's window? In order to see how we have gotten this far, we must recall some history. There is no greater period than the 20th century that witnessed more development in space exploration. The competition to achieve supremacy in space between the US and Soviets was the driving force in making this incredible progress. The iconic words of Neil Armstrong were achieved in the remembrance of mankind stepping on the moon, which inspired thousands toward the goal of reaching outer space. For many years, however, the concept of space travel for the average person remained a fantastical concept. Despite the thrilling possibilities of space tourism, several significant roadblocks have historically resisted its development. Among those, one of the primary barriers was the huge costs associated with rocket launches. Such typical space journeys have to deal with heavy expenditure owing to the conception, construction, and fuel used in the rocket. Training for a flight in the former Soviet Union took months and years because the astronauts were placed into rotation and prepared for space travel as it had already been decided. For potential tourists, the idea of undergoing similar training was daunting and off-putting, making the prospect of space travel seem less accessible. In addition, there was a lack of development of the infrastructure necessary for space tourism, including launch facilities, training centers, and recovery systems. Up until now, most spaceports were in the era of constructing government or commercial satellite stands and not targeting civilian space tourism. As the understanding of climate change and realization of eco-friendly practices has expanded, so has the scope of space tourism. The carbon footprint associated with rocket launches brought about concerns regarding the viability of space tourism and traveling in general. These hindrances are, however, being overcome almost in a mechanical manner thanks to technology, investment, and evolving mindsets. Companies have cut costs involved in a launch by introducing the reusability of rocket technology, thus making the exploration of outer space cheaper to the wider population. Spaceports for normal operations by civilians are also designed to improve the infrastructure for regular space launches. The market is further positioned to address emission control through eco-friendly propulsion systems development and limited emission of harmful chemicals. Ultimately, public engagement initiatives also aim at making space tourism less difficult, increasing the interest and excitement of ordinary people. In such dedicated efforts, the space tourism sector is shifting towards becoming a more viable and efficient business that caters to people who wish to go beyond ordinary experiences and reach out to space. In the 21st century, we are in the middle of a technological revolution. The development of space exploration has greatly altered due to new technologies in aerospace engineering, material science, and computer simulations. Rockets today are a lot stronger, more powerful than rockets of the past. Reusable rocket technology is one of those innovations that have greatly cut down on costs and risks. Let us first check who the modern-day pioneers are in the commercial space tourism industry. Blue Origin, SpaceX, and Virgin Galactic are some of the companies that are leading in this new area of exploration. SpaceX flies its Falcon 9 and Starship with the intention of doing orbital flights first and then ultimately colonizing Mars. Successful missions, which included resupply of the International Space Station, ISS, have all resulted in SpaceX raising the bar for the entire industry and created a buzz about human capability beyond Earth. Next on the line is the Virgin Galactic, providing suborbital flights using Spaceship Two. In the journey with Virgin Galactic, passengers get to have several minutes of weightlessness together with amazing views of Earth while getting pampered. Another pioneer company, Blue Origin, owned by Jeff Bezos, aims to help everyone travel beyond the cosmos using its suborbital vehicle, New Shepard. This particular ride has accomplished this feat and has always offered its passengers some moments of zero gravity and breathtaking views of the planet. They have reasonable reusability and safety concerns to the history of space tourism, where in the near future, such activities will become routine for people. What if someone wants to join this exclusive club of people who have been to space? In that case, one has to buy the ticket for $20 million, in which he will enjoy the adventure of his lifetime. Let us give you an overview of how this unique journey will be like. Before your departure, You will receive an extensive training program which actually makes you learn the skills that might be very useful under microgravity conditions. Ensuring everything from elite dining to 7-star luxuries on the day of your launch. When it's time to launch, you'll put on your spacesuit, marking the start of your adventure. As excitement builds throughout the day, stepping into the space shuttle is a moment of pure joy. Every moment is magical, and the experience feels like a dream come true. It's a day filled with happiness and unforgettable memories. As you strap into your seat and the engines roar to life, feel the adrenaline surge through your body. You'll experience the force of acceleration pressing you back into your seat, creating an unforgettable thrill as you ascend through the atmosphere. One of the most persuasive of these views is that of breaking through the clouds and reaching space. While ecology literacy transition words may not be necessary here, the separation of the whites and blues of Earth and the universe, to which so much has been written about, is an experience that resides in one's subconscious and leaves one speechless. This is not it. In the coming time, with the changing technology, the increasing interest of the people, and the commitment to exploration, space travel will be a lot more different. Certain trends and developments are anticipated to have an impact on this field, which is very exciting and engaging in the near future. With the rising competition and continuous advancements, there are a lot of expectations. Shockingly, space will also be open to the masses at a relatively affordable price. It should be understood that most of these initial journeys have been targeted at the rich and wealthy people. But with the increasing rivalry in the field and advancing technologies, cheaper options are expected to hit the market, leading to mass space explorations. The future of space tourism is not just confined to one-off brief suborbital flights. Companies are already working on other options, including extended stays in low Earth orbit, orbital hotels, and even vacations on the Moon and Mars. This will create opportunities, enabling one to choose a soft gym or a brief roller coaster ride, or a combination of both, with an option of space trips or even scientific expeditions. With the increasing appearance of space tourists, it can be assumed that sooner or later countries and international organizations are going to need to join efforts in order to create safety guidelines and liability, as well as environmental impact. All of which means having to strengthen legal rights of the tourists and of the industry itself in this case. This evolution will be used to help support the development of space tourism as well. The idea of traveling to another planet is no longer far from reach. Corporations such as SpaceX have long-term plans to carry out missions to Mars and, as such, hope to actualize human habitation on other planets. As technology advances, the turn of tourism on other planets may not be mere fiction, but turn into reality. So are you ready to be a part of it? The universe is waiting for you. Purchase your ticket if you are ultra-rich and get to witness mankind's movement into space. This is not an ordinary ticket, but is the initial step of human beings to something very new. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated on space tourism and exploration, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We are thankful for your support.